Dr. Violist Productions.
beti, bivi, amma.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sirs. Welcome. I welcome all of you on behalf of Jindal Institute of Power Technology on this day, 55th Engineers Day celebration of 2022. I would like to welcome some of our honored guests, and I would like to invite them on the dais. I would like to invite Mr. B.K. Singh, GM of NTPC. And I would also like to invite Mr. G. Sinha, GM of NTPC. Please, sir, please come on the dais. I would like to invite Mr. CM Singh, HOP of Jindal Power Limited. I would like to invite Mr. Bobin Anto, co-founder of Exact Space, and Mr. Anup Pal, head of DCPP. Welcome, sirs. Anup Pal, sir. Welcome, everyone. Now, I would like to invite our director, sir, Mr. R.D. Katre, to please come on the podium and give everyone a formal welcome. Please welcome him with a round of applause.
Good afternoon and happy engineers to all of you. Yeah, this program is by us and for us. Yeah, this Engineer Day is celebrated every year in India on 15th September. It is to commemorate the engineering leader M. Visvesvaraya on his birthday. Really, this is a special occasion for us, our engineers fraternity. And on behalf of JPL and DCPP Engineer Day Organizing Committee, I welcome to to all of you. I welcome to our distinguished guest, Sri B.K. Singh Saab, GM NTPC Sipat, Sri G. Sinha Sir, GM NTPC Sipat, Sri Bobby Nanto Sir, he is the co-founder of Exact Space, Arupal Sir, head of DCPP, and our family head of JPL, Sri Singh Sir. And my dear friends, really, this day is very special for us. Every year, the theme of this program is decided by the Institute of Engineers, and this year's theme is Smart Engineering for a Better World. This is the national theme. But for our local, what will it be? We are the power engineers. And for us, it will be smart engineering in the power generation. Or in this case, we can define it. Now engineering is changing, and engineering is the driving force of the societal changes. From not only today, but from evolution of the society, human society. Now we are in the industry 4.0, and though the society is developing, but there are problems also. In the energy sector, there are problems of environment, cost, accessibility, and if you go for these thermal plants, there is a transition of the energy sector, and we have to be ready for it. And we at global, national, as well as local level, we are doing for it. With these words, again, happy engineers to you. Welcome to all of you. And I request our distinguished guest to light up the lamp. Thank you, sir.
Sirs, please, lighting of lamp. Thank you, sirs. Now, I would like to request our volunteers to please come and welcome our guest of honors with bouquets. I would like to invite I would like to invite Nilesh Naik to please present the bouquet to CN Singh sir, our head of plant. I would like to invite Prabhat to please present the bouquet to Mr. BK Singh, GM of NTPC. I would like to invite Abhay to please present the bouquet to Mr. G. Sinha, GM of NTPC. I would like to invite Soumya to please present the bouquet to Mr. Bobin Anto, co-founder of Exact Space. And I would like to invite Niti to please present the bouquet to Mr. Arup Pal, head of DCPP. Thank you, sirs. Now, moving ahead, let's begin our program and let's give a brief about what engineering is. Well, from the very basics of machines, such as a shovel to even the wires that are running here, to the very ginormous and titanic machines that power up entire cities, like a thermal power plant, everything is engineering. And that is the legacy of engineers. And for that, we have to be proud of ourselves. So please give a huge round of applause for yourselves. And saying that, I would like to tell you about why we celebrate Engineers Day. And it all started with one personality who was born on 15th of September 1981. He was a great personality known by the name of Mr. M. Visheshwaraya. And for him to be so great, he also received the most highest civilian honor, that is the Bharat Ratna, in 1955. And he had major contributions to many of the projects even used today, such as in dams, and also having a college named after him in Bangalore. With that high note, now I would like to request our head of plant, Mr. CM Singh sir, to please come on the podium and give us a few words. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, and good evening to everybody. Our guest, BK Singh Saab, Desana, Bobin, all my colleagues, and Arup Pal, we are here, and all my fellow engineers. So, we celebrate Engineers Day in the memory of Sri Visheswaraya ji, who has given a great recognition to the engineering profession by his creations, from Nagarjuna Sagar Dam, or making those water gates. Because prior to that, this was mostly dominated by the British engineers. Here we are in the Jindal family, and we also remember our Babuji today on Engineers Day. He was not formally he was not engineer by formal education, but by his knowledge, creations. He has created such things where never went to a designer. So if we take the inspirations from him, the empire he created at the Jindal group, from JSPL, Raigad factory, Nalwa, or Lilwa, all the stories we know. So I always pay my tributes to Visheswaraya ji for giving recognition to engineering as a profession and creating, inspiring so big, hands-on, practicing professional to build the nation and help the humanity. And we see the growth of nation and our country's position today. It would not have been possible if the seeds of such thoughts were not sowed in the 50s, taken by government, from Nehruvian theory to others, where we are today. I'd like to draw attention of all engineers today. We are too much, we see a attraction toward, after engineering, other professions, like going to MBAs or somebody going to management profession. It's not bad. We utilize this knowledge to be a real engineer. And we must have pride to be engineer. What is engineering? What is engineer? Engineering is the application of all the science theories with common sense and create and deliver product, process, and remove the pain points of humanity and society. All the inventions or processes created for the society. So if we have pride in ourselves, we can do it. To be an engineer, you have to be inquisitive. Always asking yourself and everybody how I can make things better. Today, engineering is not limited to one discipline. I think 20, 30 years back, if I am mechanical engineer, I'll say, no, this wire is not mine. Electrical will say, oh, this 20 volts, less than 20 millivolts is C&I. Then somebody will say, oh, this plug-in, or even to create a password or update the password on desktop, call IT. But today is the convergence of technologies. So to be relevant in the real terms of what we celebrate Engineers Day and pay tribute to all those engineers who brought us here and given a nation where we are enjoying the fruits. We have to learn the convergence of technologies and become multidisciplinary engineer, because let us take a small handset of mobile. What engineering it is? It is from chipset manufacturing to motherboard to a screen, which is manufactured by the glass engineers, to connectivity microwave, CDMA sets or WL sets, any technology. So it's a convergence. So to be relevant in the society today, we have to keep ourselves updated and be in the lead mode. So I request everybody to promise themselves to be in the lead mode in the area where they feel comfortable and enjoy. Choice is ours. But if we are not updating ourselves and try to create value in each process, we will be obsolete and first will become commodity, then obsolete. And if industry as such, as a leaders, we don't upgrade ourselves and update, then our industry will become a commodity. So on this day, which is very close to our profession, let us promise ourselves that we'll always update, and particularly the power sector, and the particular sector thermal. I remember in 2008-9, supercritical power plants were called the sunrise sector. The word was always used in every forum. Working in the supercritical plant, we are in the sunrise sector. Hardly next 5 to 6 years, by 2015-16, when power surplus, we became power surplus, the sunrise word has gone. Now, thought process has come, a lot of articles are there from IEA to World Energy Congress, that thermal power will vanish by 2035. Now everybody is revising and talking up to 2050. And India, as the current RE targets has been re-looked, it will be relevant beyond that. Now we as engineers and technology people have to take help of digitization, machine learning, creating models, faster computation by artificial intelligence, and create the value in the business where we can grow, first survive and grow. So today, I think last one meeting also I told, where in the variable load, India we lose more than 5 to 8% efficiency at part load up to 60%. The global standards are 1 to 2%. I was just talking 10 days back when we sent some people to JSW Bellary. Technical minimum we talk of 55%, but that plant is running, 300 megawatt plant, is running at technical minimum of 80 megawatt, I think. Karthikeyan was telling me 80 megawatt. So because they have used 220 megawatt solar plant connected to that plant. Last visit, if you remember, Chairman sir were here, and he told, forget the language of PLM. Talk of peak load realization and off-peak load saving. It will come only when we adopt. See, our machines are, I'll talk with respect to this plant. Our stage 1 plant is installed in 2007, around, and stage 2 are designed somewhere in 2010, 11, 9. His first specs were given to BHL in 9, order was given 2009. So the technology and more on the digitization, computation, and software, knowledgeware, mindware has gone many changes. So we have to develop adaptability of the latest things, being curious, and our main motto, if you say, the very crude words, or at the cost of repetition, I'll say, we have to produce same from less and more from same. There are two principles you remember. And for that you have to always striving, finding what is the latest, what others are doing, how I can replicate ourselves if not invent. So every innovation is not invention. Keep our eyes open. And that's what I've been requesting Katreji. And my NTC friends are there, Bobbin is there, one of friends from United Nations Organization who's helping us on the innovation front. To create a community of engineers, society of engineers, irrespective of organizations, share, communicate, learn, and create a society of the best practices. I think the vicinity, we have a lot of power stations. We can learn from each other, do the benchmarking. It's a process benchmarking, parameter benchmarking, all that, numbers. Try to adopt, first share, learn from each other, without any barriers in the mind, and you'll find that your life will be different. And you'll enjoy every moment of your life, because to become engineer, you enjoyed your studies, enjoyed your work. So always be a learner as engineer, inquisitive, go to the latest one, and create a better society for the future. When we leave this society for the next generation, they should not curse us like we have made the condition of rivers. That is our prime duty. So again, my all request to everybody, irrespective of their discipline, their branch, let us create a better society, and we, the engineers, has got great responsibility towards it, and that will be the greatest tribute to Viswesvaraya ji, or Babu ji, or community. So thank you very much for calling me here, Katre ji, and my all best wishes to engineers to keep their flags high and make a nation and better society for the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your experience. I'm sure everyone was delighted by it. Now, I would please like to invite Mr. B.K. Singh, sir, GM of NTPC, to please grace us with a few words. Please, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Respected HOP Sri CN Singh Sahab and Mr. Pal Sahab, Bobbin Sahab, and distinguished gentlemen and ladies present in the hall. Today, we have gathered here to celebrate the birth anniversary of Viswesvaraya Sahab. which is also known as Engineers Day. The logic behind celebration of any day, whether it is Engineers Day, whether it is Safety Day, whether it is Independence Day, whether it is Environment Day, the logic behind that is we have to revisit our motto and what the purpose of celebration of the day. So by observing celebration day of Bismillahia Sahab, we should know that we are engineers, and also Doctors Day is also celebrated. But what is the motto of engineers? What is the purpose of engineers? Why engineers are doing day and night job, which has to be investigated by us. And so, few things we have collected, that Bismillahia Sahab was the first civil engineer of India. And he done very marvelous job when he was an engineer. So, in science we imagine, but engineering we actualize that. Path-breaking contribution of Sri Bismillahia Sahab is remembered by all of us. He was the chief engineer of Krishna Sagar Dam in the northern-based suburb of Mysore city, and also served as one of the chief engineers of the flood protection system of Hyderabad. So science is discovering the essential truth about what exists in universe, but engineering is about creating things that never exist. That is the difference between science and engineering. Engineer turn dream into reality. So we have to turn dream into reality. As our HOP Sri CNC Sahab has told us, that we should always think for the betterment of the plant. We should always think betterment of the society. That should be also our purpose. And one thing we should know, that engineers do day and night job till his job is not completed. So in our plant we have also faced that we are always thinking to improve the efficiency of the plant, to improve the applications of the system in better way. So we are dedicated ourselves to the system which is required by the plant. So we should know what is the motto and what is the purpose of our existence. When we know that, then we can do anything in the universe. ऐसे एक गीता में भगवान कृष्ण ने कहा है कि जो प्रकृति है वो मेरे अध्यक्षता में काम करती है। मयाध्यक्ष प्रकृति सुस्ते सचराचरम हेतु नौन कौन्तेय जगदीव परिवर्तते। अर्जुन को बता रहे हैं कि अर्जुन, ये जो प्रकृति है वो मेरी अध्यक्षता में काम करती है, और इसमें जो लोग हैं उसमें मॉडिफिकेशन करते रहते हैं, उसमें कुछ चेंजेस लाते रहते हैं, जो कि लेकिन मूल चीज़ है वो उसको बदल नहीं सकते हैं। आवर साइंस हैज डेवलप्ड, बट वी कैन नॉट मेक ब्लड। हम खून बना नहीं सकते हैं। हम किसी को अगर ब्लड की ज़रूरत है, देन वी कैन टेक इट फ्रॉम अदर्स एंड वी कैन डोनेट टू अदर पर्सन्स। सो दैट इज द थिंग, वी कैन नॉट make blood. So that is the importance of nature. But we can do something, how we can improve the system. So we can only make the improvement, but in original, that is the provided by God. So on the Engineers Day, we should take commitment, we should take oath that any invention or any improvement should be for the welfare of the society, welfare of the country, and taking that into account, we should do our job. And celebration of any function, celebration of any day, we should know the motto. What is the motto of celebration of any day? That reminds us our motto, reminds us our existence. So, by nothing saying more, I would like to thanks Jindal Power family to invite me on this occasion. And I am also very thankful to Mr. Katre ji, who has invited me to be present on the occasion. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, sir. Thanks a lot for your words. Now, continuing with the same note, I would like to invite Mr. G. Sinha, sir, GM of NTPC, to please give us a few words. Please welcome with a round of applause.
सभी को नमस्कार। माननीय श्री CN सिंह साहब, परियोजना प्रमुख, अरूपाल साहब, श्री VK सिंह सर, आपका शुभ नाम सर थोड़ा मिस कर रहा हूँ, और हाँ राइट, भवन एंट ना राइट, एंड सभागार में उपस्थित सभी देवी और सज्जनों, और मैं एक शब्द में कहूँ इंजीनियर्स, आप सभी को मेरा नमस्कार, वेरी गुड इवनिंग। आज सर्वप्रथम हमारे भारत रत्न डॉक्टर विश्वेश्वरैया जी के इस जयंती पे मैं उनको शत नमन करता हूँ, और इस दिवस पे जो इंजीनियर्स डे के रूप में मनाया जाता है, मैं आप सबका हार्दिक अभिनंदन और शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ। यहाँ पे हमारे सीपत NTPC सीपत के परियोजना के जो प्रमुख है मिस्टर प्रजापति, ही वॉज सपोज टू कम बट फॉर सम प्री ऑक्यूपेशन कुड नॉट मेक इट, तो उन्होंने भी कन्वे करने के लिए बोला था, उनके साइड से भी मैं आप लोग को इंजीनियर्स डे का सबको शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ। देखिए भैया, इंजीनियर्स डे के लिए तो अभी सिंह साहब ने भी बहुत कुछ बोला, VK सिंह साहब, एक्चुअली VK सिंह साहब आज थोड़ा संक्षिप्त थे, बहुत शॉर्ट थे। स्पिरिचुअलिटी में मैंने इनके साथ कोई रहेगा तो ही कैन सिट आवर्स, तो उस सेंस में आज हमको लगा कि बहुत छोटे में ही निकल गए। पहले चीज़ मैं बताना चाहता हूँ, आई वॉज वेरी इम्प्रेस्ड व्हेन आई एंटर्ड द प्लांट, वेरी नीट एंड टाइडी, और दिस इज बिकॉज यू पीपल मेक इट। ऑफ कोर्स योर HOP इज देयर। मैं लाइक किया, मैं जनरली प्लांट विजिट करता हूँ, मैं घूमता हूँ कहीं भी NTPC में जनरली, तो जनरली उसका असेसमेंट मैं मिल एरिया से करता हूँ। मिल एरिया कैसा है उसके ऊपर मैं प्लांट को जज करता हूँ, नॉट टर्बाइन फ्लोर। एनीवे, बट मैं बार बार ही आया, लेकिन आई लाइक इट वॉज वेरी गुड। देखिए, इंजीनियर्स डे का बहुत सालों पहले मैं जब वर्किंग डेज में था, आई वॉज इन कहलगांव, इट इज़ इन बिहार, तो वहाँ पे विश्वकर्मा पूजा में इट वॉज ओपन टू एवरीबडी, तो पीपल यूज्ड टू कम, मैंने कम मतलब कि वो एक तरह से पिलग्रिमेज टाइप का था, लगता है मैंने लाखों में आदमी अंदर आते थे, और विश्वकर्मा जी को नहीं देखने आते, सब आके चिमनी को छूता था। तो ये हम लोग को बड़ा ये लगता था कि चिमनी को क्यों छूता है, तो वी स्टार्टेड आस्किंग। उससे हम लोग जस्ट वर्किंग लेवल में थे सर, तो बोलते थे कि सर ये गांव से हम लोग को ये इतना बड़ा जो चीज़ देखता है, यू वांट टू फील इट, उसलिए हम लोग उसको छूते हैं। तो मेरा कहने का तात्पर्य है कि इंजीनियर्स लोग को भी खाली पढ़ाई से नहीं, ऐसा करो जिसको यू कैन फील इट, यू कैन डू इट। आज भी हम लोग इतना ये प्लांट बना है, सभी जगह बहुत बड़े बड़े चीज़ें, वी आर गोइंग टू स्पेस एंड ऑल, जो भी है। तो दिस इज़ द कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ ऑल द इंजीनियर्स ओवर द डिकेड्स, जो कि कम्युनिकेट किया है, जहाँ पे एज अ नेशन वी स्टैंड हियर। और अभी जो यहाँ पे आई सी मेनी यंगस्टर्स ऑल्सो, आज के दिन हम लोग भी एक रिजोल्यूशन लेके हम लोग इसको और आगे बढ़ाएं और आगे जाएं। जहाँ तक इंजीनियर्स का, अभी मैं जो एग्जांपल देता हूँ उसी को थोड़ा कंटिन्यू करता हूँ। ये फील करने वाला चीज़ नहीं है इंजीनियर्स का। इम्पोर्टेंट व्हाट आई फील कि क्यूरोसिटी होना है. जहाँ पे क्यूरोसिटी खत्म हुआ वहाँ लर्निंग इंजीनियर्स का खत्म हुआ. दैट डे इज D-Day फॉर द इंजीनियर. तो इट शुड गो ऑन एंड गो ऑन फॉर एवर एंड पीपल विल एंजॉय इट. इसलिए कि जो भी करना है पैशन के साथ करना, मेरा ये बहुत अपना मानना है. तो जो भी है क्यूरोसिटी वाला चीज़ हरदम इंजीनियर्स को मेंटेन करना है. आज हम लोग देखिए अभी इंजीनियरिंग भी बहुत चेंज कर रहा है. एक्चुअली आज से करीब 8-10 साल पहले किसी DPS में somebody called me to give you a talk to the class 11-12 fellows, बच्चे लोग को. तो मैं उन लोग को बोला कि इंजीनियरिंग एक लाइन है बट देयर आर अदर्स एवेन्यूज ऑल्सो. थिंग्स आर चेंजिंग वेरी फास्ट. मैं आज से 10-12 साल पहले इस चीज़ उन लोग को बोला था. मैं उन लोग को इंजीनियरिंग चीज़ से नहीं हटाना चाहता. देयर आर अदर ऑप्शंस. उसको भी देखते हुए इंजीनियरिंग को यू वे करो. कोई घर से बोल दिया कि इंजीनियरिंग पढ़ना है तो इंजीनियरिंग पढ़ना, ऐसा नहीं है. जहाँ पे आपको मन लग रहा है वहाँ करो. बट इंजीनियर बनने के बाद लाइफ में आप जैसा फील करोगे वैसे दूसरे किसी और स्ट्रीम से पास करने के बाद नहीं करोगे. ये चीज़ मैं आपको गारंटी करता हूँ. तो ठीक है, बच्चे लोग अभी भी बहुत याद करते हैं मेरे को उसके लेके. और अभी सिंह साहब भी जो बोल रहे थे, एज ए इंजीनियर वैल्यू एडिशन कंटिन्यूस बेसिस में करना है. इट इज़ अ वेरी फास्ट चेंजिंग वर्ल्ड. कन्वेंशनल इंजीनियरिंग अब रहा नहीं है. सब जगह अपडेटेड रहना है, नेटवर्किंग करना है. थिंग्स आर चेंजिंग वेरी फास्ट. तो उस सेंस में अपने को आगे रखने के लिए आप जितना इंटरेक्शन करेंगे, इसलिए कि अभी इंटरेक्शन का मीडियम चेंज कर गया. पहले खाली फिजिकली था, अभी गूगल करके भी आप कुछ जान सकते हो. और ठीक है, VC वगैरह तो स्टार्ट हो गया. कोविड ने बहुत कुछ चेंज कर दिया लाइफस्टाइल. तो वहाँ से भी हम लोग ले सकते हैं. जो भी है मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगा आप लोग का प्लान देख के. इम्पोर्टेंटली वो भी एक पॉइंट था. और बहुत यंगस्टर्स हैं, बहुत इंजीनियर्स लोग हैं. मेरा खाली आप लोग से एक ही ये है कि आप जो करो एंजॉय करो उसको. देखिए एंजॉय नहीं करेंगे तो कोई चीज़ को आप 100% दे नहीं पाओगे. ये मेरा अपना मानना भी है. और ठीक है, और हैव ए गुड डे एंड वंस अगेन हैप्पी इंजीनियर्स डे.
Thank you very much, sir. And getting live experiences on Engineering Day from great engineers is, I think, the way to go. So, keeping up with the pace, I would like to invite Mr. Bobin Anto, co-founder of Exact Space, to please come here and give us a few words. Welcome, sir.
Good evening to all diocese and everything. I don't know why I became an engineer, because I got admission in engineering college, I became an engineer. That's the truth of the fact. Now, yes, Engineers Day is a great day. Is it to be celebrated, or is it to be conceived, or is it to be experienced? Because experience is the Engineers Day. It is not celebrating day. It is not a festival. It is not a event. It is not a reordering. It is not a reordering. To the words of the regime in which you won't be an engineer or an electrical engineer and want to call a repairer to see your fan. You won't be an engineer on which you are not able to touch your motorcycle and see that this is not your baby. The challenge on which you work is called an engineer. Currently, we are in a national building program. So there is a program of Government of India called Jal Shakti Mojan. That is a drinking water to all. So Mr. Patnaban, our economic director, was giving a talk and saying about so many water is required, so many villages are there. So I was sleeping in front of one of the corner of the point. So lastly, he came to me and asked me, Bobin, what is the solution? I asked, what should I do? So you are an engineer, the solution to be yours. So that is the expectation of an engineer for the people who are in front of you. It will be flexibility operation. It will be reliability engineering. It will be the change of mode or change of systems. You feel that it is very simple and I'm not having a part of this one. I am getting a purchasing part, I am getting an operation part, everything. But one thing sir told is correct. If you are not enjoying your work, it is better to die there. So when the enjoyment means you like to satisfy what you are doing, you like to enjoy and make a result orientation for that one. For that, three things are essential: how, why, when. Is it so? So many things have been taught in engineering, so many things has been studied in training, so many things are seen in daily livings and everything. So much times you feel that, is it essential or not? When I joined NTPC first time, I was put in boiler operation and boiler maintenance. One day my GM called me and told that, the fan has a problem, please come to fan. And you are the only guy this one. There's a boosting given. I was aware that I am making a fool, but I joined there because I have no other profession. Similarly, it was shifted to pumps, then C&I, then this one. So I was crying to my God and saying, why it is to me only, why others? But once upon a time, I came to join in World Bank. If you go to some places and present something, you know a little bit of what our things is going on, you have logic behind it. So don't explicit you why I am in this position and cry. Tomorrow is yours, there is no doubt. Third and fourth, my point, because I know everybody want to take tea, I don't want to kill you more time. So the third and fourth thing what I want to say is that an engineer can think differently than others. If you can able to think differently and out of the box, you are an engineer. The day you think differently, you think it is a mad idea, but the idea will come up. That's why I'm here, leaving everything and started this job. Thank you for all. Best of your engineering.
Thank you very much, sir. Up next, I would please like to invite Mr. Arup Pal, Head of DCPP, to grace us with a few words. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Respected Singh Saab, BK Singh ji, Sinha ji, Baban Anto Saab, all the dignitaries present over the dais, So, first, I want to put a very warm welcome to all my dear friends. Today, we all gathered here to celebrate our day, that is Engineers' Day. We are the one who can create anything with our brains and creativity because we are engineers. The day marks the importance and contribution of engineers in the nation. The great minds of engineers are behind the building of the nation, like civil engineers build the world, mechanical engineers run the world, electrical engineers power the world, computer engineers program the world, electronic engineers gadgetize the world, and many more. They make the nation proud with their remarkable deeds and talent. The day also encourages and makes people aware of the vast scope of the engineering in the nation. Every profession has an equal demand as well as importance in the nation. The growth and progress of any nation in the world would never be possible without the talented minds of the engineers. They utilize the technologies in a creative way that results in developments in different fields. Engineers have developed many tools and machinery by using science and technology that they have made the life of people more convenient. Engineers are those who work at the intersection of science and society. Engineers are the foundation of development and technology. Today, India has a significant vision and mission in the areas of space research, defense development, rural development, renewable energies, agriculture, and food processing, information and communication technology, education, and so on. And for this, engineers with vision, passion to turn vision into action, courage to think differently, and courage to confront problems. According to the Honorable former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's India Vision 2020 for transforming nation into developed country, not only engineers, but everyone should have the ambition to live in a developed country, and each of us should demonstrate that integrity towards the development of the nation. Finally, I would like to remind you of an old adage that engineers run the world, and we should make a promise to ourselves to use our intelligence and knowledge for the benefit of society, mankind, and nation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. All of us being engineers from some or the other background, many of us being power engineers, and a lot of us being aspiring future power engineers, we understand the value of these experiences. So I would request all of you to give a huge round of applause for all the members of the dais. I would now like to request the members of the dais to please move in the front. We'll be having many events and presentations. I would like to request the volunteers to please clear the stage. Like we discussed in the starting, today's day, that is 15th of September, is celebrated in the honor of Sir M. Visheshwaraya, who was a great man indeed. So to give you a bit more insight on what kind of a personality he was, we have a small video prepared for all of you to demonstrate the kind of personality he was and the kind of impact he created in every engineer's life from then on till date. So please enjoy the video.
September 15th is celebrated every year in the country as Engineers' Day to commemorate the birthday of the legendary engineer Sir Mokshagundam Vishveshwarya. Sir Vishveshwarya, an eminent Indian engineer and statesman, was born in a remote village of Karnataka, the state which is incidentally now the high-tech state of the country. He was born on 15 September 1860. A scholar, a statesman, and the Diwan of Mysore during 1912 to 1918. He was of Andhra origin and his mother tongue Telugu. He was knighted as a commander of the British Indian Empire by King George V for his myriad contributions to the public good in 1911. He received the highest honor of the Indian Republic, the Bharat Ratna, in 1955. He is held in high regard as a preeminent engineer of India. He was the chief designer of the flood protection system for the city of Hyderabad, now the capital of Andhra Pradesh, as well as the chief engineer responsible for the construction of the Krishna Raj Sagar Dam in Mysore. He was felicitated with the honorary membership of the International Institution of Civil Engineers, London, for an unbroken 50 years. He received a fellowship of the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. He was awarded several honorary doctoral degrees like DSc, DLit from 8 universities in India. He was president of the 1923 session of the Indian Science Congress. He has received recognition in various fields, most notably the education sector and the engineering sector. Vishveshwarya Technological University, which is based in Belgaum, is the university to which most engineering colleges in Karnataka are affiliated to. There is the University Vishveshwarya College of Engineering, Bangalore, Sir M.B. Institute of Technology, Bangalore, Vishveshwarya National Institute of Technology, Nagpur. The College of Engineering, Pune, his alma mater, has erected a statue in his honor. The Vishveshwarya Industrial and Technological Museum, a museum in Bangalore, is named in his honor. An Indian Institute of Technology is being planned at Mudnehalli, the birthplace of Sir N.V., as an honor to this great engineer. All engineers in India pay homage to the engineer of India, Sir N.V. Thank you.
I hope we got an idea about what kind of a personality Sir was. And with that note, I would like to invite Mr. Om Prakash, EVP, to give a presentation on advanced technologies in mining industry and JPL achievements. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, gentlemen. First of all, good evening to you all and happy Engineers Day. And my thanks to ED sir and Cartridge for inviting me over the dice. On behalf of entire JPL family, I welcome guest of honors from NTPC, Mr. B.K. Singh Saab, Jishina Saab, as well as from World Bank, Mr. Bobbin. I remember your name, although you told your name is very difficult to remember. Arupal sir has also told many things about engineers, but he missed mining engineer. So I would like to remind him that if you see the science, what CN Singh sir as well as BK Singh sir has told, science to engineering, there was a very thin line. Concept, visualization to realization, we have made that. And remember, if you see the civilization, human civilization, the first engineering which came was mining, क्योंकि पाषाण युग से, stone age से, our forefathers were trying to understand the stone. After agriculture, if you see, mining is the oldest profession. And today, whatever you see, if you see inside this, if you have obtained from nature, apart from agriculture and plantation, everything has something from mines. Whether it is granite floor, whether it is in the this wall, if you see anything, there must be something mined and then only it is manufactured or converted. So Arupal sir, so whether it is semiconductor, whether it is, okay, I'll not deliberate on that. My tribute to the engineer of our nation, Mr. Moksha Gundam Visvesvaraya. We have seen his valuable contribution in our society. And thankfully, after that, people have started recognizing engineers. If you see, I am BSc in mining engineering. Means I am also a science graduate. BSc, then MS, later on came BE and then BTech. So differentiation has come later on. Many old engineering colleges have continued with BS and MS. Still, in USA and other countries, there are MS courses in engineering. Means science and engineering are not separated, not separable. There are many concepts which are coming. I will concentrate on latest technology in mining. Fortunately, it was told me, I think 3-4 days back by Mr. Carteret over phone. I thought, why not to explore? It is the time to enlighten people that what is going on in the mining. And there are many things you will, I don't know whether something new, if you can take from here, that will make my day at least. So please, let's start. First slide, second slide, please. So this photograph tells many things. This is the story of a, you can say, a person in a nation like USA, where if you see the minerals, bauxite 2692 ponds, 11,614 ponds, clays 21,645 ponds. Like this, many things are there. If you see coal, 2,82,444 ponds. Means in a lifetime where USA average lifespan of 80 years has been considered, based on that lifespan, per person consumption of different minerals is depicted here. This shows the importance of mining. Next. Next, please. Okay, next. I'll start with mining. That mining cycle starts from exploration, then mine design, then production, then end game has been written. End game means mine is just like our life. Someday mine, mineral, wherever we are mining will get exhausted, and that is the end game. And after that, what people remembers, just like ours, if you have done, you have contributed to the society, or we have done something extraordinary, then people will remember us post our death. Similar is the case with mining. Post end game, if we can make something better, our void better, our mining area better, that will be remembered forever. That's the reason reclamation. Reclamation has come now. It's a big word. I'll end with reclamation. I will start with exploration. Next, please. If there is something where I can change the slide, it will be better. Do we have something? Okay, no issues. No issues, please. Carry on. So this is the exploration part. In fact, still, some of the speakers have told about space science. One thing I would like to tell you, that this is the basic engineering where we have gone up to space, we have gone up to Mars. But can someone tell how much depth we have gone inside the mine? That itself tells how difficult mining is. In India, we had the Kolar gold field, where we have gone up to 3 kilometer depth. And 3 kilometer depth was the deepest, champion shaft was the deepest, at that time, deepest shaft in the world. Later on, it became second deepest. And at that time, I am talking about 50 years back, there was a ventilation system inside the mine, which was par excellence. Even Britishers, because Britishers have started that mine, they used to be astonished. I don't know how many of you know about the geothermal gradient. Every 38 meter, 1 degree centigrade temperature increases in Indian earth. Indian earth means in Indian horizon, if you go 38 meters down the earth, 1 degree centigrade temperature gets increased. So you just think about 3 kilometer depth. How people must be working over there. So coming to this slide, in fact, first thing is remote sensing, through which potential of any mineral nearby or in an area is depicted or analyzed based on the remote sensing. And after that, we go for full exploration, that is by borehole. We go for drilling, we remove the cores, and then we analyze the different cores, that what type of rock at what depth we are getting. I'll show some real pictures which we have taken recently at our mine. This first thing, which seems signature curve, I have written this because this is a modern technology where, just like our signature, with the geo probe, there are probes which we insert inside the bore hole, and we just get the photograph, get the geophysical properties, physico-mechanical properties of the rock through different lasers and other things which is just like X-ray inside the borehole. And when it is made like a graph, you will be astonished to know that different coal seam, different ore body, different strata has its own signature curve. So one can match whether the strata which we are getting here at say 10-meter depths, whether the same is there 5 kilometers away at 100-meter depth or not. Otherwise, it is very difficult to get what type of a strata which is the same strata which is dipping say at 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 gradient and 500 meters away or 1 kilometer away, whether same strata is there or different strata is there. So that's why this is a modern technology, and fortunately we are utilizing it at our Garepalma 4Y1 mines. Next. So these things have come now. These are the design software which is in fact used for mine planning and seedling. So earlier we used to invest a lot of time in drawing, and then our surveyor, our plotter for plotting, tracing persons were there. Such things must be happening in other areas also where projects are there. But in our case, it was a day-to-day and regular affairs. You people must have heard about Chasnala disaster. In fact, that Chasnala disaster, in which 374 persons died due to mine inundation, and based on that Kala Patthar movie was made. It was because of survey error. And do you know what happened? Because at that time, people used to trace, and that cloth on which it is traced, it got shrinked. One of the reasons I am telling you. After 30 years, if someone is mining there, this got shrinked. So shrinking of paper may reduce the scale, because a scale, what is the size, that used not to be written over there. So if some engineer is working below ground and if he estimates that 100 meter away water is there, and due to shrinking error, it has gone to say 50 meter or 30 meter, there are every chances of deviation, and it may lead to disaster. And believe me, because it is the most primitive industry, most of the industrial law has originated from mine disasters. Most of the industrial laws. Next slide, please. So this is how mine planning and other things are done. I will not explain it, otherwise you people will get bored. Next. These are some of the photographs of mining. Generally, open pit mining is a term used in metal mines, because there, whatever this ore is there, it is not in a regular fashion. It is not a sedimentary deposit where entire thing will go in layers. That's the reason such type of pit are formed. And believe me, below at the bottom of the surface, because of this, air will not reach there. Many vehicles are running, so smoke will be there. There are many times in Chile, in USA, there are mines. In Australia, there are mines where helicopters are used to clear the fumes inside the mine. So you can imagine what is the size. Another is open cast mining, which we generally do in coal, where we remove sedimentary deposit and then we backfill it. We cast the overburden of whatever material is removed, we cast it backward. Another is high wall mining. This is a new concept. High wall mining is nothing when open cast mining has reached its economic limit, break-even limit. Beyond that, open cast mining will not be beneficial. So at that time, or when there are two mines where it has come to the boundary from both the side, then what will happen? In the barrier, mineral will be locked. How to remove that locked mineral? For that, this high wall mining is termed. High wall mining is nothing but final pit limit boundary of the open cast mine. And at the open cast mine, this coal seam is exposed already. From there, remotely we operate the machine up to 300, 400 meters. And it is just like rat holes. We make holes, coal will come out, and no person will go inside. Up to 300 meter depth means inside coal seam, and with the area of opening almost 4.8, 4.5 meter wide and 3 to 3.5 meter height. Okay? Let's go for the next slide. Underground mining, I will not elaborate much, but I have worked in longwall mining for long, so that's the reason it is very close to my heart. And only one piece of information I will give you, that China is the largest producer of coal in world. China is largest consumer of coal in world. China is largest importer of coal in world. And they are producing to the tune of 3.7 billion ton of coal. We are aspiring to reach 1 billion ton in somewhere in 2024-25. So we are far behind them, and we are working only with open cast. Whereas Chinese coal, almost 90% contribution is by this technology, which is called longwall mining. It is the safest underground mining technology, and there are mines which are producing more than 10 million ton of coal per annum from underground well. Although their deposits are also good, but the reason behind that is they have technological support. In 1975, they have purchased 11 longwalls from Germany, and out of 11 longwalls, 10 longwalls they have deployed inside the mine, and one longwall they have used in their industry as to work on reverse engineering, and now they are supplying this technology to the world. They have opened entire machines, part by part. They have called the entire industrial fraternity to and ask them what part you can make. You please tell us. Rest part I will import. And Eikhoff Sierra they have imported from Germany. Chaikov Sierra they are now selling to world. Next slide please. Conventional development first starts after exploration and planning. Next thing is drilling. Actual production comes from drilling and blasting. So these are the things we generally do. We do first drill, then priming, then charging with explosives, and then blasting. So we are the largest user of industrial grade explosives. Next, we means India. Because in China, in fact, they are going with the cutting technology that is, in fact, non-blasting technique. Transportation out by is a main bottleneck because power plant people are sitting here. They understand the logistics where, in fact, we are missing the line which needs to be, dots which needs to be connected to make a line is nothing but we have to improve the logistic support to bring coal from mine to our plant. Because mines are a localized industry, wherever you will find mineral, there only we can mine. It cannot be that mine can be opened anywhere. That's the problem with the industry, and that's the reason we need lot of logistical support to bring coal or any ore to our plant. So if you see, I have written this maritime transport of coal, about 30 million ton of coal. You just imagine from Orissa it goes to Paradip port or other port, and from there to southern part of our country, where in fact we take it through port, through seaways, and then it reaches to the plant. So other day I was listening to our ED sir. He was telling about power plants should be nearby mines. And that concept later on has come to the government also is thinking that yes, it's better to transport power to different places than to transport coal. By the way, I don't know how many of you are knowing that coal mines or transportation of coal is the largest revenue for railways. Coal transportation is almost 41% of the total revenue of railway as of now. And they are charging more, NTPC people must be knowing, they are charging more per ton per kilometer rate of coal is more than any other commodity. Next, waterways definitely is the cheapest mode of transportation. And waterways are being developed in India also. I don't know, Mr. Gadkari is behind it. So present technology, if you see, these are the, I think, cyclic mining. There are two things, that is cyclic mining, that is drilling, blasting. Then whenever you go for drilling and blasting, your operation stops for more than one hour at least, because blasting is a dangerous operation every day we need to do. So cyclic operation with the help of continuous miner and surface miner, these are the thing where we go for cyclic mining. Continuous miner is used in almost MCL and other places invariably for cutting coal. And cutting coal means its size is also minus 100 mm, so primary crushing is also eliminated. Apart from this blasting, drilling and blasting, it has advantage of in fact selective mining, where it is cut in layers, so that's the reason at the face you can go for selective mining. You can remove any extraneous material mixed with the coal. So that is the advantage with surface miner. I will come to it later also. Another is in fact continuous mining with the help of bucket wheel excavator. Bucket wheel excavator is used in lignite mines. It is for soft strata. And Navali Lignites has a very big bucket wheel excavator where we don't need any blasting in lignite. Only subsurface or top surface needs to be removed through that. So there is always a continuous operation of coal removal, lignite removal and transportation through belt. So in-pit crushing conveying system is a technology which has been used at different mines in India. One of the mine where 100% in-pit crushing conveying has been done is Ramagundam OCP2. And from there, our senior colleagues from NTPC are there. So he may be knowing that there is a direct belt laid from mines to the siding, and from there is a merry-go-round system. And this was the first project which was conceived by NTPC and Singarani College jointly, where cost plus contract has come. Cost plus contract means whatever will be the cost. I know with the help of this technology, this mining cannot be done profitably. But whatever will be the profit element which we are going to lose, that NTPC will compensate. So cost plus profit, cost plus concept in mining has come from this mine, and this is an in-pit crushing conveying system where even OB is crushed, overburden is crushed. And you just imagine big dumpers have the lead distance of hardly 1 kilometer in the mine. Entire things comes through belt to surface, coal as well as OB. And OB is dumped with the help of a spreader on the dump. With the help of a spreader, no dozer is required. With the help of this spreader, it is dumped in the terraces of 30 meter, and it is one of the most stabilized dump. If you see from far off, maybe 1 kilometer, you will be surprised. You will think, what is this? It is such a beautiful structure has been made by someone, maybe technically, but it is made automatically through a spreader. So next, largest dumper in the world as of now is 496 ton dumpers, which is being used in Russia. Belaz is the manufacturer of that dumpers. Belaz still are manufacturing very large dumpers, and they have all sort of, in fact, this electro, diesel, all sort of mix drives are there. So 42 cubic meter excavators are now in big mines. It is a common thing. 240-ton dumpers generally in India is there in many mines. I have written some of them. I don't think. I think some slides are missing, Chandrasekhar. I have told you to mention. I have given the name also, but it is missing. The mines are like in private sector. Sasan Mines is having this. In public sector, the mines like Nigahi, Dudichua, or even in Gevra, these big dumpers are there. Okay. So these are the open cast mining technology. Some green things are there. I want to tell you, I think way back in 2011, I was heading a project called Tamnar 1 coal mine, and there Komatsu people along with L&T people have reached out to me and told, sir, it is very necessary to change the seat of the dozer, and you are not giving the approval. Then I told, I cannot give you the approval because for a seat you are charging me 13.5 lakhs. What is this? साढ़े 13 लाख में हमारे अच्छे कार उस जमाने में नहीं आते थे और आप कहोगे सीट बदलने के लिए 13.5 लाख चाहिए, मतलब आप लूट रहे हो हम इंडियंस को. That was my answer to them. And then he has explained me, no sir, you are using your car for 1 or 2 hours in a day. But here it is a crawler mounted machine where entire vibration is going to the operator's level. An operator, if he will not have the proper seat ergonomically designed, he will not be able to run the machine. I immediately given the approval. So gentlemen, even for a big size dozers and dumpers, seats are also having some technology which has not come yet in cars. Diaphragm, suspensions. So if you see the list, this list is as per DGMS guidelines. Sometimes whenever I tell that your dumper should be fitted with these features, people tell, "Sab, hamara to itna to feature Mercedes mein bhi nahi rehta." And this is a fact. We need to understand the requirement. 8 hours someone will run the machine inside the mine, then definitely it should be properly having all safety features as well as that should be designed for mining operation. It should not be like any truck which is on the road and we should run that inside the mine. So these are the, you just go through the green, which is the highlight, like ROPS, rollover protection system. Even if something topples inside the mine directly, suppose 180 degree, means cabin is below, entire weight of the machine is on the cabin. Even that, then cabin should not get crushed and my operator should be saved. So that is the ROPS system. And believe me, gentlemen, in my lifetime, one dozer got toppled and nothing has happened to the operator. And it was RD475 dozer, which is the highest rated dozer in India till date. So these are a small thing. Like auto dipping system, it is mandatory inside the mine, mandatory. Audio visual alarm is the gone thing, it is a matter of past. Now DGMS is telling to give us the camera, to fix the camera. Last time also they have told, fix the camera inside the cabin of your operator's cabin, of excavator's cabin. They should record minimum 24 hours. That camera should record 24 hours what is happening nearby the excavator. So that later on we can analyze what has happened at the site if any incident or accident takes place. At the same time, you can utilize that information, that data to improve yourself. So there are many things, 24 hours video monitoring curve, dumb body raise position indicator with warning, this is necessary. There are many things, fire resistance, automatic fire detection and suppression system. This is must. This is DGMS has now started approving it. The circuit throughout the hot zones of the vehicle machine will be identified, and there this thermo-resistant nozzles will be provided, and whenever heat increases in that area, it will automatically get actuated. Next, please. These are the open cast mining technologies where we are not going for blasting. Ripper dozer, you can see that dozer having ripper in the backside. Vibro ripper with excavator having vibro ripping arrangement. And then surface miner. Fortunately, we are having largest surface miner in the world in one of our mine in Mozambique. That Vulcan mine, which now JSPL group is owning, we are having 4200 surface miner machines, which has a production capacity of more than 5,000 tons per hour. And it directly loads to 150 tons dumpers, not below that. Otherwise, it will be inefficient, and it cuts the depth of 80 centimeter in a go. With 4.2 meter wide, 80 centimeter depth coal cutting and directly loading. It does not require any loader. So that, in fact, photograph is there. Next. Next, please. High wall mining, I have already explained. The below photograph is one of the thing. In fact, the project was conceptualized by Australians, and Australians have worked some of the mine that is called punch longwall or punch entry longwall. And I'm happy to say that I was associated with the first punch longwall project in India. And first punch entry, in fact, was made by me and my team. So Mr. Veera Reddy, who is the DT Coal India now, he was the project head and I was the site head. So this is the thing where what we have to do, in fact, from the open cast mine, from the pit limit, wherever coal is exposed, from there you make the entry directly. What happens in underground mines? We have to do tunneling from top to reach coal. When coal is already exposed in the open cast, why not use that? Directly we can enter. From first day, revenue generation will be there. You will get coal. Whereas for tunneling, for reaching the coal, you need to work hard, and maybe 1 in 6, 1 in 7, 1 in 10 gradient. For reaching 50 meter depth also, you have to make a tunnel of minimum 500 meter, and that too in stone. So that can be avoided. First project in India is Adrala South project, which is working well, and it is a 3 million ton underground mine with a single longwall. Next, please. Alternate fuel technology, that is LNG and other things, are being tried nowadays because fuel is the #1 cost in mining. So we need to work out that how we can replace by hydrogen fuel also is coming. Next, please. Bucket wheel excavator, I've explained. Drag line is one thing where, in fact, 32 to 43 cubic meter, 60 cubic meter bucket size OB will be directly loaded, and then behind this, in the decold area, 100 meter, 130 meter, it is, in fact, dumped. So it is loading as well as hauling is done by this. This is a biggest machine available in any mining area, and you will be astonished to know that its almost weight is more than 1200 tons, 1500 tons, and it walks. It does not crawl. Walking drag line. It walks. And sir was telling, sir has seen the motor and all, electrical, everything. It is just like it's just like a workshop or just like a plant inside. Next. So these are the dumpers. Drill is also important. 311 mm drill is nowadays applicable in deep mines, where in fact if you see dragline benches, which I have talked, can someone imagine how much depth of hole we make? Any imagination for dragline working? मेरे माइनिंग के लोग बताएं, कम से कम कुछ तो फ्रेंड है माइनिंग के? हाँ? Very good. In fact, we drill holes of more than 40 meters, and number of holes, say 100 holes. We are blasting at a time. Weekly blast is done. So just imagine 40 meter, 30 meter depth hole, 311 dia. Yeah. And then blasting at a go. Huge quantity of explosive is used, and it is a real class engineering. All sorts of it is judging the strata. You need to understand, is there any cracks? Is there any chances of? So many things are there. I will not elaborate that. Next, please. Sandwich high angle conveyor. Almost 13 million tons of coal is being transported in USA through this HAC. This is also coming. We need to bring this technology to India. People are contacting us. Wherever you can give us the pilot project also, sir. Can you imagine a belt which can work in C, which can work in jet profile, single belt, taking coal from here, transporting vertically, and then going back. One cannot think about a belt, single belt doing this. This can do this. This technology is doing this. Here, anything beyond 70-degree inclination can also work. So this is the future technology, and it is being used in USA and other countries. Online coal dust separation system, these are being developed so that we can understand wherever dust requires separation, and it is being connected with automated dust water sprinklers, so that wherever dust generation is more, with the help of logic, it will automatically actuate the valve and water will be sprinkled. Next, please. I am taking slightly more time. I understand you people will get bored, but most, I think many of you must be thinking that something new. So next, please. Digital twins, these are the future thing which are being used. What was the last slide, please? This thing, missed, volume analyzer. So such technology has come when at the time of loading as well as loaded equipment. Dumpers when loaded, volume analyzer can analyze how much quantity the excavator has, shovel has loaded in the dumper, and dumper how much is carrying. Although there is a weighment system in which there are different, in fact, load cells over there, through which in the cabin of the dumper, you can know what is the tonnage. The operator can know. But there is always mismatch between what operator is carrying and what shovel operator is loading. So this can give this correction that no, some more quantity of ore or coal can be loaded. So that is one thing. Another is GPS control cutting drum, terrain leveler. This is being tried in Indian mining condition. This is also similar to surface miner. And here, in fact, depth of cut is almost 80 centimeter, 60 centimeter, and it can cut up to 80 megapascal of compressive strength of rock. Coal strength, can someone guess? In Indian coal, what is the strength of, compressive strength of the coal? Can someone guess? It is around 30 megapascal or below that. This machine can cut up to 80 megapascal. In some of the machine, it can cut up to 120 megapascals also. So it is very useful where you cannot go for blasting. Remote operating monitoring center. This thing, in fact, in 2010, Pilbara mine of Pilbara is a very big iron ore reserve in Australia, and from there, in fact, entire this mining is done, and it goes to Perth. Perth is almost 1,500 kilometers from Pilbara, and can you believe entire mine is operated from Perth? Entire mine is operated from Perth. They have the control and command center from where they decide which machine will be deployed where and how much production can be done. All machines are autonomous. They have started the pilot project in 2010, and by 2016 they have 80 dumpers of Komatsu, which is completely autonomous. They have more than 40 fleets of railway network, railway engines or railway, these rakes. Out of that, 40%, 50% they have already made autonomous. Means 1500 kilometer of railway network without operator. They have gone to that level. Although in India it is not required, I think, because we are a populous country and it is not like fly in and fly out. In Australia, fly in and fly out concept is there because most of the population is nearby the seaport. So generally weekly people, there will be a flight to mining site and then 1 week operation, 1 week at your house. So next please. So twin this in 2017, World Economic Forum and Accenture estimated that there is a potential benefit for mining industry if we apply this digital twin, that is AI and machine learning, this concept in mining, then there is 9% of industry's profit will improve. That is the study. So it is under process. Innovation is on the way. Next, please. Advanced GPS system. This is global navigation satellite system. In fact, can you believe there was a call from Ministry of Environment and Forest to me that, sir, there are hot spots in your mine. Please control the fire. From Delhi, direct this a phone call is coming to the mine operator that there are places in your mine where hot spots are there. What does it mean? Means satellite technology has improved that can detect hot spots on earth precisely, and they can definitely tell which mine is having burning coal. And we need to act. Nowadays, whenever EAC, Expert Appraisal Committee of Ministry of Environment and Forests, if we go for EC, they will not talk about what you have done. Sir must be knowing, they will open their laptop, they will see how much is the vegetation, how much is the green cover in your void, where you are claiming that you have planted 2 lakhs trees. Whether actually you have done or not, immediately they will see and they will tell, Sir ji, आपने 2 लाख लगाए होंगे लेकिन दिख नहीं रहा है, तो जाइए थोड़ा वर्कआउट करके आइए. So even in India, this is the level. Okay, RFID, we are mine monitoring system. These things are there already. I have elaborated. Next, please. High-speed cameras. In fact, way back in 1997, I remember on GT Road nearby Asansol, this 4-lane highway was being made, National Highway number 2. And there was an old bridge which needs to be demolished. I was fortunate to be associated with Simper. At that time, I was senior research fellow. And at that time, we have taken, with the high-speed camera, 200 frames in a second, 2000 frames in a second, to understand how precisely we have made blasting. अभी जो आप देख रहे हैं कि वहाँ पर टावर गिराया गया दिल्ली में, it was a big news. Such towers has been demolished in Balco also. Earlier chimney was demolished. And India, many demolition blasting has been done by our own engineers. And behind that twin tower also, many mining engineers have worked, mainly those who are expert in blasting. Okay, those were hired from Simper and other places. Next, please. Plasma technology, back, please. Plasma technology also, I would like to just tell that this is one thing which is coming next. And plasma technology is also nothing but a borehole hole is made and there water is there. And with that, in fact, high intensity electricity is passed through water, and that makes the shock wave which creates fractures. So this technology is also useful nearby the villages or nearby some structure where it is of historical importance. Another plasma technology is there for removing, in fact, complex material from tailings, where rare material like silver, gold, or copper, if this needs to be removed, so with the help of plasma technology, you can increase your temperature up to 8,000 degrees centigrade, and based on the fractional, melting point of different metals, it can be segregated. Next, please. Bacteria leaching is a new concept for copper. In fact, in Vale, which is a Brazil-based company, they are trying to do it with the University of Sao Paulo, which is in Brazil only. Wireless blasting, it is also being utilized because blasting requires a cable to be laid, and then you take shelter in some blasting shelter, maybe 100 meters away from the site. So this wireless technology in blasting has also come, and Hindustan Zinc is trying it and maybe doing it in a week or so. Next, please. So this is the OITDS, Operator Independent Truck Dispatching System, which is very old technology in India, but however it is not successful yet because of our own lackluster approach. But this is a very good technology in which you can observe real-time data directly, you can take without human intervention, and even diesel and other things can be monitored. Behavioral aspect of drivers, operators can be monitored. Safety aspect can also be monitored. Next. This clean coal technology, JSPL is pioneer in this surface coal gasification at Angul. This is one of the thing in India and talk of the town, talk of the nation. Coal India, after the success of this project, is going to invest 25,000 crores in 6 of their projects. So I don't know whether our NTPC seniors have seen that or not, but this is definitely a plan to see, because recently our chairman sir has hosted all IAS officers who are provisionals. They have come to, entire IAS batch has come to Angul branch, Angul and JSPL Angul to see this project. So sustainability is important. Coal-bed methane, also pilot projects are being done at different places where methane is more in the, in fact, coal seam. Next, please. Next, please. These are the safety in underground airports. Many things people must be using in industry also. Please skip this. Skip this, please. Yeah, drones in fact are being used, and this is used in our mines also. Drone can very well say about the profiles where fractures are there. You can run the drone along the mine bench and it can detect wherever fractures are there, so that you can design your blast accordingly. Otherwise, what will happen? The blasting, when you will do blasting, fly off rocks will be more through the fractures. So it will lead to dangerous operation accidents in the mine, as well as if it is very massive, in that case boulders will be formed. So it will be difficult to load. Then you have to go for secondary blasting, which is again a dangerous operation. And other than that, for survey and other things it is being done. Laser, 3D laser radars are also there to understand what is the stability of slope, because slope does not fail overnight. It takes over dump or dump slopes to fail years together. It may be 1 mm movement in a month, and that slowly will go to the failure zone. So those things can be monitored through laser, 3D laser sensors. Next, please. Remote sensing, I have explained. Please, next, skip fast. Dust separation, digital mine safety, geotextile, these are now old things. Please. Gare Palma, quick, please. This is the exploration which we are doing to understand if there is any coal below our existing operation. This we are doing. This is the conventional way. Core samples are collected, and it is in fact collected and then analyzed in the lab. On geo, next please. These are the what I have explained in the beginning. Signature curves we are doing to analyze. Next. This is the drone survey made of our mine from top. 978 hectares is the total area. This was done. Okay, please, next. This is the recently we have done it with a 3D terrestrial laser survey method, TLS, for our, in fact, the washery reject, which needs to be, in fact, dumped in the mine. For that, we have just written to coal controller, and when they have come, they have asked that TLS survey should be made. So this is the 3D profile which we make, and based on that, volume is measured, and it cannot be manipulated. That is the thing. So that's the reason top 25 mines in India have gone for TLS. top 25 mines as of now in India. So I don't know NTPC have adopted it or not, sir, but we are going to adopt it very soon. Slightly costly affair. It cost around 2 crores. That machine cost around 2 crores, and only software and other cost is around 30 lakhs. Next, please. Fuel management system, we have already made it. That is decantation to use. Everything will be monitored online. We have the dashboard through which we can know which dumper has been fed how much diesel, which contractor has taken how much diesel. It is through this fuel management system. This is already installed in our mines. Next, please. This ITMS project is similar to ITDS, which we are going to take. It is RFID and GPS based system. We are going to commission it maybe another one month's time. Next, please. So electronic blasting detonators also we have used in the mine, which is very near to, in fact, village, very near to DCPP. I think from Arupalji is kind enough, I don't know where he is. He was kind enough to just give us permission कि ठीक है साहब आप blasting कर लो, लेकिन देखना ज़्यादा हिले डुले नहीं. He is there. तो वो हिलना डुलना ब्लास्टिंग के बाद जो होता है और आवाज़ जो होता है उसको कम करने के लिए हमने बताया कि साहब हमारे पास टेक्नोलॉजी है. First time we are going to do it. They were not convinced, but once it started, now they are convinced that there are technology through which you can do blasting very precisely, along with the control blasting technology where pre-splitting and line drilling, those are the things which mining people know. We have done it. Can you believe? The structure is hardly 10 meters away from our mining site. It is running. Still we are doing the mining. It is only 10 meters away. Just one side of the road is our blasting site. Other side of road is Wasri and DUH. And other structures are there. Power plant chimney, maybe I think a 200 meter radial distance. Okay, please. So this was the different probes we are using for vibration monitoring. Next, please. These are the thing which we do. When we go for blasting, you just imagine an explosive you are using in a blast hole, in a drill hole, where the temperature is above 80 degrees centigrade, or it may reach up to 200 degrees centigrade. By the time you fill your explosive, it may blast. That's the reason we use such thing, which is nothing but a digital thermometer, and that is having a laser beam technology, through which you can always know that what is the temperature inside the borehole, where you are going to pour the explosive and going to blast. You can know, and after that we do everything. We do washing of the hole, you do flushing of the hole to bring the temperature below, and then we do it very fast. Our blasting team, if sitting over here, kudos to you people. Next, please. These are the different rock testing, explosive testing. Explosive also we test. The quality of explosive which we are using, whether it is of good quality or not. Because we are paying huge amount to explosive manufacturers. And you cannot do some pilot blasting. So we have technology to understand what is the velocity of detonation of any explosive. So those things we are doing inside the mine. Next, please. These are the same thing. Next, please. So this is the YTDS, ITMS dashboard of a typical mine. Next, please. This is the, in fact, lightning protection system which we have established in the mine at different locations wherever we work, or wherever there is a very, some structures are there. And you can see the locations where we have, in fact, encountered so many lightning incidences inside the mine. But fortunately, and thanks to our team, we have located the lightning arrestor in such a way that there was not even a single mishap of electrical tripping or weighbridge getting disconnected due to lightning. Although you can see how many records, on records, such lightning strikes were there. In pit 2, there were 2 lightning strikes, 12 lightning strikes in pit 2, where our 10 pumps are running as of now. People are gathered there only. Then also there was no mishap or no electrical cutoff due to this. So no disruption was recorded. Next, please. These are the technologies we have discussed and we have introduced in the mine, surface manner and vapor. Next, please. Pontoons also we are manufacturing here. It is a sort of barge on which we do in-house. With the help of this discarded oil barrels we use for floating purpose, and we make it. Huge pumps are installed on this. Next, please. This is a typical simulator which we are going to take in our vocational training center, in which convertible simulator will be there. Any type of dumper, any type of excavator, whatever is being run in the mine, prior to, in fact, it is very important for refresher training as well as when you are taking someone for running your machines. We don't know whether he has on-hand experience of that machine or not. That is very crucial for our safety, and behavioral aspect of operator is very important. So these two things can be known through this simulator only. Next, please. So these are the coal mines which we have acquired. Gare Palma 4x1, Utkal B1, B2, Utkal C, Gare Palma 4x6. And bottom line is the date on which we are going to start it. So if you see the mine capacity, 6 million ton is 4x1, 8 million ton is B1 and B2, 3.37 million ton is Utkal C, and 4 million ton is Gare Palma 4x6. So 4 mines we are going to start soon. Next, please. These are the sustainability aspect of mining. Last time when our ED sir has come to our mine, he has in fact told that let us go for this solar panels on our dumps. We are aspiring to do this once we reach our final height of the dump. We'll do this. Next, please. These are the eco parks. This is the restoration reclamation works. These are the eco parks in WCL, NLC. You can see this. So mine has, after removal of coal, there is a void. Here we are filling the void with fly ash, but everywhere it is not there. So people are converting it for gainful purpose like tourism spot or something like this. It's a beautiful picture. You can see it, water body is there, everything. On water, strata gets recharged through this water. So nearby villages get very good this yield and other things. Next, please. Can someone guess what is this? What is this? Someone has gone there. If someone has gone there, some name is written. This is the last slide. I understood that you people must have got bored, so that's the reason I have kept it. I am asking this question. It has something related to mining. This is the, as written, Sunway Lagoon in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. If you will go there, you will not believe once mining was done there. This was a tin mining project which is considered as largest reservoir for this drinking water supply to half of the Kuala Lumpur city and nearby cities. It has all amusement center world class. World class in the sense it has a bird zoo, it has whatever photographs you can see. It has everything. Whole day is not enough to see this place. So one can convert post mining what I have written in the first slide, end game. After end game, these are the things which can be done. And Malaysia has done it very well. Malaysia has 5-star hotel, golf course on the mined out area. Many such places I have seen which we cannot believe. So thank you very much. It was all. I think I have bored. If you can take something from here, it will be a great honor. Honor being here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. I am sure every one of you enjoyed a lot. Up next, we have another presentation on advanced technologies in mining, in energy sector transmission after 10 years by Karthikeyan, sir. So I would please like to invite him on the stage. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, one and all. First of all, I would like to thank for giving me such an opportunity to present a brief presentation on energy transition in Indian sector and JPL initiatives. Next slide. Yes. Everybody knows this growth of Indian power sector. It started from in the year 1947 with 1630 megawatt, and today it has reached a level of around 404 gigawatt, which is a marvelous journey, which has started from a very small capacity to today a present installed capacity. Of course, we can all feel proud being part of such a wonderful journey. And I'm just going through the slide and bifurcate the various contribution of these sectors. It's gigawatt. And the central sector contributes around 99 gigawatt on thermal, and state sector contributes around 105 gigawatt on thermal, whereas in private sector contributes around 199.8 gigawatt. And total it is contributing around 236.1 gigawatt. Whereas if you see the nuclear contribution is around 6.8 gigawatt, which is owned by central, and hydro is around 12.6 gigawatt, and the all India installed capacity is around 46.9 gigawatt. Whereas if you see the renewable sector, central contribution is around 1.7 gigawatt, and state is around 2.5, and whereas private participation is enormous. You can see that it is around 109. And if you see the total installed capacity as of now, you can see that around 404 gigawatt. And if you see the sector-wise contribution, that is central sector is contributing around 24.6%, whereas state percentage is around 26%, and private participation is very high, which is around 49.5%. So if you see the discipline-wise, still the thermal becomes the dominant, which is around 69%, and behind that you can see that renewable is coming next to that, and the hydro is 14%, and nuclear is 2%. And this per capita of power consumption is around 1,208 kilowatt hour, and peak demand is met at 210 gigawatt on 10th June 22. And India's annual power consumption to grow at a rate of, it grows at a rate of 6.4% during 22, and all India average PLF is around 72.45%. And if you see this, installed capacity in sector wise, you can see that the central and state sector contributing almost 50%, whereas central is contributing 24.5%, and state sector is around 26%, whereas the remaining almost 50% sector is taken care of by the private. And if you see that segment-wise installed capacity based upon the sources, and the thermal is dominant, which is 59.1%, and renewable is around 28.3%, and hydro is around 11.6%. In Q1 23, the installed capacity is increased by net 4.3 gigawatt, driven by renewable energy segment, and total renewable energy capacity in India stood around 161 gigawatt at the end of 23. This is the annual growth in power generation during the recent years. Sorry. And you can see the growth in fossil fuel generation starting from 11 to 12 to 22 to 23. And it starts with the 6.6% with the annual growth. And the current annual growth rate is around, you can see that 17.71%. Yes. And the renewable generation is, starts with the 17.5%, and the current growth rate is around 16.47%. And similarly, non-fossil fuel, that is the combination of renewable energy and nuclear generation, which is the current growth rate is around 14.4%. And growth in total generation is around 16.79%. And you can see that the renewable growth, that is the non-fossil fuel, which is the renewable growth in nuclear plus nuclear generation, which has taken off from 1617 onwards with the 7.68, 9.55, and 12.09, and 13.99 like that. And of course, in 2021 and 21-22, that percentage was lesser because of this COVID. And this is the projected energy scenario in next 10 years. And the projected electrical energy requirement is around 1,874 billion units. It is expected on 26-27. And by 31-32, it is expected on 2,538 billion units. And the peak electricity demand is expected around 272 gigawatt. And in 31-32, it is expected at 363 gigawatt. And installed capacity likely to be in the order of around 6,22,800 megawatt, 899 megawatt in 26-27, and it is projected to be around 8,65,941 megawatt by 31-32. So to meet this peak demand and energy requirement, we have to add almost to 26/27 by around 228,541 megawatt. And by 31-32, we will be having an additional requirement of around 2,43,042 megawatt. Okay, these are the bifurcation of conventional capacity addition of coal, gas, and nuclear. Right, this is the energy sector scenario in next 10 years. Average PLF of total installed coal capacity, which will be in the order of around 239.3 gigawatt, shall be about 55% in 26-27, and with the total installed coal capacity of 248.9 gigawatt PLF, and shall be 62% in 31-32. The total CO2 emission projected to be increased from 910 million tons in 2021 to around 1,030 million tons in the year 26-27, and 1,180 million tons in 31-32. Average emission factor is expected to reduce to around 0.524 kg of CO2 per kilowatt hour in the year 26-27, and to 0.441 kg CO2 per kilowatt hour by end of 31-32. Yes. Yes, sir. So this is this way forward for JPL. Its expected PLF is in the next 23-24, it is 85, and availability is in the percentage of around 95%. Okay. These are the various plans we hope planned for the year 23 to make energy saving measures in stage 1 as well as in stage 2. And these are the new initiatives we hope planned for JPL, which comprises of flexible mode of operation unit, technical minimum operation up to 40%, and stage 1 turbine casing preheating system implementation is to be planned, and existing CCPC capacity augmentation up to 2,000 tons per hour, and existing ash dike raising and new ash dike construction, and ash slurry pipeline from main plant to Garep mines, and digitalization, DCS upgradation for main plant, and PLC and SCADA upgradations, and a capacity maximization of stage 1 unit, biomass pellet plant, and solar plant installations. These are the initiatives, new initiatives JPL is looking forward in the coming year. This With this, thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Now let's switch up the tempo a little. Up next, we have a dance performance for you by Yogita Patnaik. So please welcome her with a huge round of applause.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। मेरे ढोल ना सुन, मेरे प्यार की धुन, मेरे ढोल ना सुन। मेरे ढोल ना सुन, मेरे प्यार की धुन, मेरे ढोल ना सुन, मेरी चाहते तो फिजा में बहेंगी, जिंदा रहेंगी होके फना। मेरे ढोल ना सुन, मेरे प्यार की धुन, मेरे ढोल ना। साथी रे मर के भी तुझको चाहेगा दिल, तुझे ही बेचैनियों में आएगा दिल। साथी रे मर के भी तुझको चाहेगा दिल, तुझे ही बेचैनियों में आएगा दिल। मेरे गीसों के साए में तेरी राहतों की खुशबू है, तेरे बगैर क्या जीना। मेरे रोम रोम में तू है, मेरी चूड़ियों की खन खन से तेरी सदाएं आती है। ये दूरियां हमेशा ही नजदीक हम बुलाती है। ओ पिया
सानिधा निधमा मग सनि धनि सगमा मग सनि धनि सग मग सनि धनि सगमा ग म ग सनि ध मग म धनि सनि ध मग म धनि सा नि ध नि धनि स धनि स धनि स धनि स मदनि 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 पनि नि स पनि नि स पनि नि स पनि नि स गम पदनि ध पदनि
ढोलना सुन मेरे प्यार की धुन मेरे ढोलना
What an exhilarating performance, right? So up next, we have another dance performance for you by Shomi. And she'll be performing on the song Nagada. So please have a huge round of applause for her.
रे खट 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 बाज 10 तक वो न अब तक आया रे तब से हाँ देखी राह के अब तू खोल बाहें आजा घुमड़ घूमे रे मचले रे मोरा मन गूंजे रे बालम के बोल गाड़ संग ढोल बाजे धाय धाय धम धम धाय नगाड़ संग ढोल बाजे धाय 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 धम धाय दिन कड़ाक आजा उड़ के सराट पैरों से बीड़ी जरा खोल नगाड़ संग ढोल बाजे धाय धाय धम धम धाय नगाड़ संग ढोल बाजे धाय 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 धम धाय पल पल रे पल पल बीता जल जल नाच अब चल आजा रे थर 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 हाँ कांपे थर थर हाँ डर डर जी से डर अब नाना बागों में बोला बोला रे बोला मोर बदला रे दिल का भूगोल नगाड़ संग ढोल बाजे धाय धाय धम धम धाय नगाड़ संग ढोल बाजे धाय 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 धम धाय हे दिन कड़ाक आजा उड़ के सराट पैरों से बीड़ी जरा खोल नगाड़ संग ढोल बाजे धाय धाय धम धम धाय नगाड़ संग ढोल बाजे धाय 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 धम धाय नगाड़ संग ढोल बाजे धाय धाय धम धम धाय नगाड़ संग ढोल
What an exhilarating performance, right? So It's been an amazing evening, and we have enjoyed ourselves, we have learned a lot, and we have heard a lot of stories. And now I would like to request our honored director, R.D. Katre sir, to please present the mementos to our honored guests as a token of our appreciation for coming here and gracing us with their presence. Please give a round of applause. Sir, I would like to invite Mr. C.N. Singh, sir, to please come and receive.
Don't make
Sir. Yes, sir. Please come. Ji Sena, sir.
Sir, please.
I would like to invite Mr. Bowman Anto, sir, to please come on the stage. I'm sorry. Please. Please, sir, on stage. Now I would like to request Ms. Ashish sir to please give us the vote of thanks and close the ceremony.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Engineers Day. So it's E for engineers, E for the enigma and the euphoria which you create, which we saw just now. And again, the E for the efforts that you put. So now, this is the time to express my gratitude, to express my thanks to everyone here, especially the guests, our distinguished guests who have turned out from CPAT. They have traveled a lot and they have blessed us with their great thoughts. It was really great, sir, to have you here and to hear your words. So it was a great blend of science, engineering, and spirituality, all the three. So it was great, and as you said, sir, like enjoy the thing which you are doing. So we were happy to have Om Prakash sir. So when he came here, he came with a smile, okay, and he gave that all the things and your concern about that ergonomical approach of the seat. It was really great, sir, to think to that level too. So we are happy to listen to these things. Last but not the least, we have our head of the plant, our family head, who has spared the valuable time with us and given us his few insights, his roadmaps, his way ahead. The important words like you need to be inquisitive. And as Sindhan sir again told, you need to be curious. So these words, you need to be inquisitive, you need to be curious. So before you become a commodity or obsolete, so you need to upgrade, you need to change, right? So these things were really great. These things were eye-openers. Again, I would like to tell that the performance here, like we had two things, right? But there were few things. Again, we had some singers, we had another dance, but still, the things are dynamic. Things change very suddenly. We understand this, right? So it's with due respect to time of everyone. So with due respect to all the dignitaries, so here, off the stage and on the stage, we tell that these programs will again be conducted. We will have some slots with them, so need not to encourage. The things are dynamic nowadays, so you need to adjust, adapt as fast as possible. So, it's Happy Engineers Day once again. Have a great year ahead. Thank you. Yeah. The important thing, आप सबका आभार, आप सब यहाँ आए, और सबसे important चीज़ आप स्वल्प आहार, right? तो आभार के बाद स्वल्प आहार, so all of us, we have our high tea at the second floor, and the dignitaries, you can have your high tea just here. Yeah, so please enjoy that. So have that flavor of Engineers Day. Yeah, E for efforts. Thank you.